I told you this 2 weeks ago, right? Didn't I tell you? Dianna Russini, Mike Wable, they've been together since 2022. I told you this a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They have been a couple for a very long time. This is no surprise. Now you're finding out that possibly, allegedly, the baby is not her husband's. It might be Mike's, the coach of the New England Patriots. You know, the owner, which is Robert Kraft, tried to prevent a lot of stories from coming out. Why? Because the internet is undefeated. You have different type of journalists. People know somebody, everybody knows somebody, and eventually the truth will come out. So what you're finding out is, hey, listen, they're sharing playlists. Allegedly, you know, Dianna was creating playlists and sharing it with somebody named Mike, and the playlist is pretty, you know, romantic. And ladies and gentlemen, I said this. Look, they may have an open situation, but they are a full-blown alleged couple for a very long time. This is not just a fly-by-night, let's have some fun on vacation. It looks like this is a full-blown relationship within a relationship, or a relationship within a marriage. You cannot tell me the spouses do not know about this. This has been going on for a very long time. However, I will say this. In Dianna's situation, the child, that's kind of, you know, we'll say allegedly. We don't need no lawsuits around here. But I don't think her husband knows. I mean, he might have to get him a DNA test now. This is going to be ugly. You know, his nerd friends got to be saying, man, you better get a DNA test immediately on these kids. So now it's coming out that a new head coach, which is former head coach, you know, of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, I don't want to say his name. I don't want to put him out here like that, you know, but you could go look it up. I ain't trying to get sued by nobody. You know, hey, listen, Dianna, you know, she worked hard for her stories. She got greasy with it, you know. She made coaches get up early and come and see her and spill their guts, if you know what I mean. Even it was all over her face before the camera rolled. And she would interview and talk. Now it is coming out that, you know, coaches will get up early to come and talk to her and give her a segment. And now we know why. So we say a word allegedly. So it looks like, hey, man, look, the NFL, listen, the NFL has came out and said this is not a conduct issue in regards to Mike, the coach of the Patriots. So, you know, conduct unbecoming. They're pretty much like, hey, these are grown people. They both are married. They doing what they want to do, and we have nothing to do with it. This is what the NFL has came out and said, which no one is talking about. The NFL looked at this story and says, nothing to see here. These are two grown people. Let them catch all the bullets they want. Leave the NFL out of it. They just happen to work in the NFL. ESPN is catching all the bullets. Oh, by the way, this is Savage Sports Fan. Please like, share, subscribe, drop that comment, hit the bell notification, share a video. New subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Listen, it looks like to us, so ESPN is catching all the bullets. Like, you had this person working here, you didn't know it. But here's my thing with ESPN. They should take the same high road that the NFL is taking. Like, hey, listen, Dianna is married. She has a family. Mike is married. He has a family. These are consenting adults. They did this on their own. Did they lie to their spouse? We don't know. So this is, you know, was things done to get stories? Man, ESPN don't care. They want the ratings. They want breaking news. You think she's the only one that's doing certain things to get a story first and getting it on air and giving ratings for the company of ESPN? And ESPN, they probably knew about it, allegedly, and it's none of their business. They're not in the bedroom. They're not going to be at divorce court. Hey, this is ESPN filing divorce. No, they're not. They just looked at like, she worked for the Atlantic. You know, hey, she did what she had to do to get her stories. She was top reporter. It is what it is. What are we talking about, people? This is the life of married people. I told you they might all be swingers, and swinging has made its way into the mainstream over the last 10 years. It would not be a shock if You know, like I said, all spouses knew. They may not participate, but they know, and they just turn a blind eye to certain situations on certain nights, on certain days, on certain times in the month. So that's just what it looks like to us. But is the baby, if you Dianna's father, husband, you got to be the strongest man in the world to see your wife. When you walk in with your wife, Dianna Russini's husband, they walk in as a family. You know, Mother's Day is coming up. You know, what is going to be? What's the word, people? you know you're gonna take out to dinner. Everybody in the restaurant like, is that Dianna Russini? Oh my God, that's her husband. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, it's gonna be that. You know, they might just stay out of the public eye for about 6 or 7 months and do stuff at home, but eventually they must come out into the streets. They got to come back outside. They got to come outside, and you know, it's going to be paparazzis. Everybody going to have their camera phone, and they're going to be greasy with it. You know, if Dianna Russini came out to LA, them paparazzis in LA going to be like, how that mouth working, Dianna? You know, what's the storyline, Dianna? What's up with that throat, though? I mean, it's going to be pretty, you know, very disrespectful. But I said it 2 weeks ago. Married people doing what married people do, nothing to see here. Now, 2 weeks later, it looks like, yes, they have playlists. Yes, it looks like breadcrumbs that they may be having a long-term a side relationship. Yes, it's looking out. Mike Brable, you are the father to the baby. Jerry Springer, Maury Popovich. It used to be a show, Maury Popovich. They used to do these fraternity tests every single episode where they bring these people on and they say at the end of the show, you are not the baby daddy. But in this one, Mike Brable, it looks like Mike Brable, you are the baby daddy. You are the child's father. And man, she named the kid Mike too? Oh my God. This is like, she grimy. Dirty Dianna, she grimy with it. Ooh. That hub site might be calling her soon. She grimy with it too. Ooh. She got a big old belly. Drop that comment. Are you shocked? What is shocking you by Dianna Russini? I keep saying Ricci. I keep thinking of Sopranos, you know. But what is her husband thinking? Would you leave right away? What would you say to her? But if he knew about it, like I said, he might just be a big old cuckold. He might be a big old cuckold. She might tell him to sit down and shut up, and we're going to ride this out, and you ain't going to ask me no questions, and you're going to keep paying for that son, and you're going to treat him like he's one of yours. But, you know, don't be asking me no questions. She got to be checking this dude. So, the news of the Dizzy is, man, lovers are going to love each other, and I don't know. These coaches have no problem getting up early in the morning. So I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, drop that comment, hit the bell notification, share video. Dianna Russini, playlists, new coaches, and I said in the next few weeks, it's going to be other athletes. They may have came forward and, you know, they might have got a piece of that. I'm just saying the word allegedly, but I think they might have got a little piece of that. Anyway, that's my time. Until next time, I'm out.